So we got a stock market that nobody can predict. More conflicts happening around the world right now since World War II. Did you know that? We also have a real number that's finally put on how much per year you're going to pay for tariffs. And we have Vegas CEOs telling people that we know we ripped you off. We're sorry, so sorry. Please come back and spend your money here. And oh, by the way, there are so many layoffs that I can make a 20-minute video on layoffs, but I'm not going to make a 20-minute video on layoffs. This is the news you might have missed in the last week, the craziest over-the-top economic news that you need to know. This is NLLV. So yeah, we got to talk about the markets a little bit, stock market, S&P, NASDAQ, and other news. The Dow Jones did this and that, which probably doesn't benefit you at all. How many of you guys actually have 401ks? I often wonder this stuff because I don't know anybody with 401k. 401k, I can't afford to pay for my, $400 expense at my house. I can't afford a 401k. We went like this, right? Stage 1, Trump gets into office, stock markets go up and up and up. And then stage 2, Liberation Day, April, boom, stocks drop. Stage 3, recovery mode. Stage 4, 30% sell-off? What? But see, what's strange to me is that this is strange to anybody. I've been telling you guys on this channel for a while. Now, you're like, buy NVIDIA, just buy and hold NVIDIA. I'm like, watch when that tech bubble bursts, watch what happens. And you're seeing it, it's starting to burst. It's like a slow motion, 999,999 frame per second camera. But you see what's happening with the layoffs? The layoffs are off the map. I'm going to have to read them off a phone. There's so many of them. I'll try to do it in one breath, like a singer that's just blowing you away. UPS, 48,000. Intel, 24,000. Joanne Fabrics, 19,000. Nestle, 16,000. Party City, 16,000. Microsoft, 15,000 plus. Amazon, 14 to 30,000. Panasonic, 10,000. Boeing, 5,100 plus. Target, Paramount, and others, 1,800 to 2,000 each. And I gotta take a breath because that's a lot of layoffs. That's all just in the last week. So why is it, we're making money on the stocks? What are you making? You're making jack. What about the stocks? What's going to happen? 30% correction in the stocks. That sounds crazy to me. But what it is it's proof that these companies actually grew way too quickly. They grew so fast after COVID that they became overvalued, overbought. That's why we have the bubble in the stock market. When they announced 70,000 job layoffs in the course of 1 week, and we have also a stat that says that 82% of all states are in recession, being defined as a couple of quarters of the year in a row where you're not growing your economy, you're shrinking economy. Yeah, there should be no actual doubt that things are going to have to correct. The economy is going to have to correct. Plus, put that on people, human beings who can't afford things anymore. Yeah, the tariffs. The tariffs are actually starting to tear you guys apart. How much are you paying for tariffs? How much? Put us in the comments below. I'm going to go to the next segment. I'll tell you right now. Now, look, I know a lot of you guys you're like Trump supporters, dyed in the wool. I want the guy to succeed too because it means we all succeed, but you're paying $1,300 on average after a study was done per household for your tariffs. Is it creating more jobs? I don't know. The big argument you're going to hear over and over again is that, well, this is bringing billions of dollars of investment into the country. Yeah, but they're not snapping their fingers when SoftBank, the giant, huge Japanese company, one of the largest in the world, when they invest billions of dollars into America, what do you think they're doing? They're not putting all their stuff in a United Rentals van and just saying, okay, let's hire 10,000 people. This takes time, but you're paying $1,300 on tariffs. Did you know that? Did you feel that? Are you feeling that right now? And then you're like, but my tariff revenues, and yes, your tariff revenues, okay, $162.9 billion brought in from that's good, but it's like a $37 trillion deficit. Like, math is not my strong suit. That doesn't math for me. So where's all that money going? I don't know. Is it going into Bitcoin? Is it going into other parts of the economy? Do I have a shadow on my face if I stand right here and look like an idiot on a camera who never filmed a video before? They're going to start printing money. Yeah, they're like, we're going to do monetary easing, which is printing money in 2026. That plus lowered interest rates, increased inflation, increased layoffs, global conflicts. We got that in a second. We got more global conflicts simultaneously happening since World War II. We are right before the global financial crisis timeline right now. 2007, here we are, right? Higher interest rates than we'd like. Yeah, they lowered the interest rates. You didn't make money off that. No. Billionaires made money because the stocks pumped and everybody was like, wee, free money, let's buy more of this good stuff. But we have higher interest rates, massive amount of layoffs. Are you going to get laid off? Did you know right now, Waymo, I think it is, they're coming into the Vegas market, going to be automated driving in Vegas. For Waymo, we already have the Zoox drivers here, robo-taxis coming. I mean, that's 7 million jobs once they automate driving. And then when that's done, you're finished. You're done. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Why are you not making money off the markets? I've told you, it's not hard. Yeah, I've been telling you that for a bit, and some of you guys are like, but I can't. Why? Why can't you? You could teach it to children. You look for a thing, you click the button, it goes up, you get out really fast. I'm what's called a scalper. I make 50 bucks here, 100 bucks there. Actually, to keep these videos free, I finally put my money where my mouth is, and I made my own course, and it's called 1K a day. So the question I always ask you guys, like, look, if you can know that skill, something nobody can take away from you because the markets aren't going nowhere. If you don't want to be part of the layoff crew and you want to know something that you can play with the big billionaire classes out there, go to 1kaday.diy. If it would be life-changing for you guys to possibly pay a bill or two, or maybe pay your rent someday, who knows, I got a deal for you. We're going to do it for 90% off in this video. We've been doing the 90% off thing, and I get 10 spots at the most. I think I actually have only 6 spots available today. My platform's being cheap and stingy, but I got to open it up. Go to 1kaday.diy, type in the code 17, that's 17. I'll show you how it's done. I'll show you how to go in and see a thing and go click. I'll show it on the screen right now. See that? That's an entry. Why is that an entry? I can tell you why it's an entry, and you can make money when it goes down too. And then when it hits the fan, because it's going to hit the fan when the mass layoffs come to your department, your division, because these companies are laying off 70,000 in a single month, then you have a skill nobody can take from you, and your kids have a Merry Christmas next year. I don't know. Anyways, go 1kaday.diy or click the link in the first pinned comment. Type in the code 17. Before the coupon code expires, and I got to raise the price. So yeah, more global conflicts than we've had since World War II, all happening at the same time, by the way. And it almost looks like at any moment we're going to just we're just going to invade South American countries. I don't know that that's going to happen. I'd like to think that the T-man, that the Trump guy wants to not have more wars, but maybe it's a negotiating tactic to get him to stop sending the bad guys to our country. But then that border's closed, so he did a great job on that. But then the automotive industry is nearly finished. The automotive industry is in trouble. Now, it's worse in Canada because we keep taking those jobs back to America. That's a positive thing. I'm happy for that. Yes, we're making the automotive industry in America great again. But it's not that great, because listen to this. So they're expecting a reduction of 165,000 jobs in the U.S. auto industry in general. And I think that's the whole industry. So that's going to be dealers and salespeople and finance people and manufacturing and all that stuff. But it's not just here, because a lot of you guys, I know I can hear you. I can hear you through the screen. I can hear the keyboard clicks. I translate. I speak keyboard click. You're like, orange man, orange man. No, not orange man, because in Germany, it's not much better. Yeah, I mean, Germany in the last little while shed 100,000 jobs in their automotive sector, 51,000 in the first half of 2025 alone. It's just this global problem where people just are so over it. They're driving old cars, they're fixing old cars. Of course, you got that First Brands Inc. bankruptcy, the Ponzi scheme the guy was running. That doesn't make it any cheaper to fix your car. That's why you need to make more money no matter what you do. But it don't matter, again, because eventually we're all going to be driving driverless cars. Everything's going to be good. Yeah, because reports are that Waymo is going to be coming out to Vegas soon enough. And if you don't know Waymo, they're an autonomous vehicle company that puts sensors on their cars, maps out an area, then comes into town and destroys the jobs of people like my father, who's a career taxi driver until he started driving school bus, but he's in Canada, so that's a little bit different. Yeah, Waymo's coming into town. We're going to have automation and AI driving cars. We already have Zoox, pretty cool Amazon company. Are you guys cool with those cars? Like, are you down with that? Are you down with the automation? I did the math once last week, and there's close to 7 million people in America that rely on driving from point A to point B just to do their job. These are people that just drive, don't do get out deliveries and all that kind of stuff. So they're driving human beings, passengers, cargo, and then they don't have to do the other half of it. So think about that future. For real, think about a future where 7 million jobs are just poof, famous son of a you know what. as Jay-Z once said. It's nuts. 7 million people shedding their jobs due to AI automation. And to be honest, it'll make our lives safer, but it'll also get rid of a lot of good paying jobs across the country. Is your job at risk like an AI? Do you do something in AI? I can't. Okay, it's not an AI video. That's fine. Yeah, we have to talk about Vegas for a minute though. Yeah, so we got 90,000 rooms. Caesar's Palace just like empty. 90,000 rooms over the summertime. Terrible. Caesar's Entertainment. They're down the road. You can see the Mirage behind me. That thing there sitting empty till 2028. They picked one heck of a good time to not have to pay employees because the Vegas struggle is real right now. Rents are crashing in Vegas faster than any other major metropolitan area across the country. I guess people don't want to stick around and they might just abandon this place. I told you so. I hate to say it, but I did. And I made a video about it. I said, you know, why Vegas may be nothing left by 2030 if this continues on. And we're going to do a whole video on Vegas this week. Subscribe to the channel for that. And no, Vegas is not building a Ninja Warrior set above my head. Where is it over here? This is the F1. The big billion-dollar thing that comes through every single year, just reuniting Vegas with all of the billionaire money that they want to have coming into the city. And you know what this is? This is just it's like PSYOP. It's a PSYOP. It is trying to unify Vegas with billionaires because we all know Monaco and the Monaco Grand Prix. That's a billionaire match made in heaven. And I think that's really what this is. But this happens coming up soon, and we'll cover it as we see it. This is the worst time to come to Vegas right now because it is just such a pain in the ass to get around. You won't see the Bellagio. Traffic gets really, really bad. Although, hey, guess what? You haven't seen hardly any people in this video. Just a byproduct of the hangover from Halloween weekend. It was busy on Halloween. Look at this photo. I took this downtown. It was just packed. Vegas busy on the weekends, dead every other part of the week. And something's got to change because this city is hurting right now. The main upshot, and the same thing I say in all my videos, is that it's called FUD, right? F-U-D, as in David. It's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That drives the markets. That gets you guys into the markets if you decide to do it. And that's why I have my course, 1K a day. So go check that out, 1kday.diy. Find a link in the comment below, code 17. Get it for 90% off. See what I do, how you guys could possibly capitalize on this stuff. I'll be back. More updates. We're going to do more news videos. I kind of like coming out here early in the morning and recording stuff for you guys. Until the next one, the next update, we'll do a Vegas lead-in and an economics video for the nation. My name is Steven. It's NLLV. Be sure to subscribe. I'll put a playlist next to my head for other videos you might like. We'll say 3, 2, 1, click, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye.